Hello, my name is David Moore, and I will be doing a scenario analysis. Today is Monday, and as every Monday, Victoria, a healthy but lazy young girl, has promised herself to stop being a couch potato and start an exercise routine that she will follow every single day. Victoria puts on her sneakers and starts to run around the neighborhood. She is all sweaty, and her face has turned red. What are the cardiovascular changes taking place as Victoria jogs? So she has increased heart rate. Her heart rate significantly increases to promote more blood, supply oxygen and nutrients to working muscles, dilation of blood vessels. Blood vessels in our muscles widen, enhancing oxygen and nutrient delivery and removing waste products. Enhanced blood flow to muscles. More blood flow to active muscles, ensuring sufficient oxygen and nutrients for energy expenditure. Elevation of blood pressure. Blood pressure may rise due to increased cardiac output and peripheral resistance but remains within a healthy range. Enhanced oxygen consumption. Her breathing rate and volume increase to provide more oxygen to the muscles. Increased respiratory rate, faster and deeper breathing meets higher oxygen demands and eliminates carbon dioxide. Activation of sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response, boosts heart rate, dilates blood vessels, and raises energy levels. And finally, the release of endorphins, which triggers and mood enhancing hormones. Victoria's heart rate increases naturally to supply more oxygen and nutrients to her working muscles and remove waste products like carbon dioxide and lactic acid. As Victoria's muscles work harder, they need more energy to sustain the movement, prompting the cardiovascular system to pump more blood and increase the heart rate to meet the demand. The cardiovascular changes during exercise are governed by the autonomic nervous system, the ANS, specifically the sympathetic division. The sympathetic nervous system is responsible for regulating involuntary functions like heart rate, blood pressure, digestion, and respiratory rate. Her blood vessels likely vasodilate to increase blood flow in the working muscles, meeting the higher demand for oxygen and nutrients during exercise. Vasodilation is triggered by the increased metabolic needs of the active muscles. The sympathetic nervous system, activated during exercise, releases adrenaline, causing a smooth muscle around the blood vessels to relax and widen. This allows more blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients while removing waste products. These changes primarily target the areoles, small branches of arteries leading to capillaries, regulating blood flow to specific tissues and organs. Capillaries are tiny blood vessels responsible for gas and nutrients exchange with tissues. Precapillary sphincters, made of smooth muscles, control blood flow into capillaries. During exercise, Victoria's quadricep muscles demand more oxygen and nutrients, causing relaxation of the precapillary sphincters. The dilation increases blood flow, delivering essential resources and aiding waste removal, optimizing muscle performance and recovery. Her face turning red is attributed to the increased blood flow near the skin surface due to elevated blood pressure. The cardiovascular system responds to exercise by increased heart rate and cardiac output, ensuring adequate oxygen and nutrient delivery to working muscles and removal waste products. Blood volume redistributes, prioritizing muscles, heart, and lungs for increased blood flow, while organs like the digestive system and kidneys receive less blood during exercise. The ANS governs heart contractility, heart rate, and blood vessel diameter. The sympathetic division of the ANS is activating, releasing norepinephrine as the main neurotransmitter. Norepinephrine strengthens heart muscles contractions, increases heart rate by stimulating the SA node, and causes vasoconstriction in certain blood vessels. Her respiratory rate increases as the breathing pattern changes to deeper and more rapid breaths. The heightened respiratory rate allows her to take in more oxygen per inhalation, supporting the energy production required for running. This helps remove waste carbon dioxide produced by the muscles during exercise, maintaining proper pH balance and the prevention of respiratory acidosis. Bronchodilation is expected in a bronchial tree. The dilation of the airway is controlled by smooth muscles presented in the bronchi and bronchioles. The ANS is responsible for regulating these responses. During exercise, the sympathetic division of the ANS is activated, stimulating the smooth muscle to relax and widen the airways, allowing for increased airflow. Immediate effects of regular cardiorespiratory endurance exercise include increased heart rate, improved respiratory rate, vasodilation of blood vessels, and endorphin release. In long-term, exercise improves cardiovascular fitness, increases lung capacity, enhances endurance, aids weight management, and reduces the risk of chronic diseases. Mental health benefits of regular exercise include stress reduction, mood enhancement, improved cognitive function, and better sleep quality. Other organ systems also benefit with exercise, promoting bone density for reducing osteoporosis risk, increasing muscle strength, endurance, flexibility, improved blood circulation, aids in digestion, improving the immune system, improved insulin sensitivity, and hormonal balance. So to palpate the superficial arteries, for the common carotid artery is located on each side of the neck, running alongside the trachea and the larynx. Place your fingertips on one side of the neck, just below the angle of the jawbone. The brachial artery is in the medial part of the upper arm near the bicep. Place your fingers on the medial side of the upper arm just above the elbow crease, right here. The radial artery is situated on the lateral side of the wrist, so place your fingers on the wrist just below the base of the thumb. The femoral artery is found in the groin area between your hip bone and your pubic bone. So you place your fingers on the inner thigh midway between the hip bone and the pubic bone. The popliteal artery is located behind the knee joint, so you place your fingers on the crease behind the knee. The posterior tibial artery is situated behind the ankle on the medial side of the foot. Place your fingers just behind the inner ankle bone. The dorsalis medius artery is located on the top of the foot between the tendons of the big toe and the second toe. And by palpating these superficial arteries and counting the number of beats for a given time, for example, a minute, you can determine a person's heart rate.